welcome back to the NASCAR History Series. For those who missed the second episode about the life of Bill Rexford, I'll leave the link below. I also invite you to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss future videos. This third episode is about Herbert Watson Thomas, who was the inspiration for Doc Hudson, the character in Pixar's animated film Cars. Herb Thomas was born on April 6, 1923 in Olivia, North Carolina. Initially, Thomas was a farmer, but during World War II, young Herb worked at a lumber mill that supplied lumber for American troops. In 1949, he began racing in NASCAR's Strictly Stock Series. He participated in 4 of the 8 races on the schedule and finished the season in 25th place. The following year, Herb Thomas managed to enter 13 of 19 races, winning 1 at Martinsville Speedway in a privately owned Plymouth. He finished the season in 11th place. 1951 is a year that changed the life of Herb Thomas and the history of NASCAR itself forever. Herb had been having moderate success during the course of the season. He had a few top 5s running his Plymouth, and he won a race in an Oldsmobile. But at the urging of fellow driver Marshall Teague, he switched to a Hudson car, which the company had dubbed the Fabulous Hudson Hornet. Teague had approached the Hudson Motor Car Company before the season to provide cars and corporate support. This is considered to be the first time a Detroit auto manufacturer backed a stock car racing team. The lighter weight and lower center of gravity of the V6 Hudsons allowed them to dominate the more powerful V8 cars. Teague had already won 5 races with the Hudson in 1951 when Herb Thomas started running them. Thomas won 6 of the last 13 races he ran, 5 of them in a Hudson, including the Southern 500 at Darlington. This enabled him to narrowly beat Fonty Flock to win the 1951 Grand National Championship. Since he was running his own cars, Herb Thomas also became the first owner-driver to win a championship. The 1952 season was very close between Thomas and Tim Flock, who both won an impressive 8 races aboard the Fabulous Hudsons. But at the end of the season, it was Flock who prevailed and won the championship. 1953 was the season of greatest glory for Thomas, who won an impressive 12 out of 37 races, becoming the first driver to win 2 NASCAR Cup titles. In 1954, he again won 12 races, but was eventually beaten by Lee Petty, who had fewer wins but more points. The Hudson Motor Car Company was dominating NASCAR tracks, but they were not financially successful. In 1954, Hudson merged with Nash Kelvinator to form American Motors Corp. The new 1955 Hudsons were repackaged Nash models, so that was the end of racing for the Fabulous Hudson Hornet. In 1957, Hudson ceased production altogether. In 1955, Herb Thomas was involved in a serious accident behind the wheel of his Buick at Charlotte that forced him out of racing for 6 months. On his return, he managed to win the Southern 500 for the 3rd time and still finished 5th with 3 wins at the end of the season. In the 1956 season, Thomas won a race driving for Smokey Yunick and 3 in a row behind the wheel of a Carl Kiekhaefer Chrysler. Kiekhaefer had the first professional NASCAR team. Toward the end of the season, Thomas returned to racing his own car and was firmly in 2nd place in the championship points behind Lee Petty. Unfortunately, a serious accident at Shelby, North Carolina ended Herb's season. He finished in 2nd place, giving him 6 top 5 seasons in a row. The accident would effectively end his racing career, though he still raced twice in 1957 and once in 1962. On August 9, 2000, at the age of 77, Herb Thomas died of a heart attack in Sanford, North Carolina. His NASCAR career ended with 48 wins and 2 championships, placing him among the all-time NASCAR greats.